Hey everybody, it's good to see you all again. This segment is just to kind of let you guys know what is going on in this episode. So, in this episode, there is a situation. Towards the end, or anywhere in this episode, there is a blank. That means there's no sound coming in the episode, and you might think that is your fault. That is my fault. You can blame me, say it was my fault, because that is an editing problem, and that's because of recording and the recording platform that I use. If that happens to be in the episode, if that's in it, what you need to do is to just disregard it. Don't worry about it. Consider it like an ad break. Consider it like a break. Consider it like we're taking a 5 minute break. Consider it like that. So, no freaking out. No need to worry. Make sure you guys enjoy the episode, enjoy what's in it, and y'all have a good one. And enjoy this one. Really enjoy it and have fun. And please disregard the blanks in there, consider them breaks. Hope you guys enjoy this episode and thank you guys for understanding and for your cooperation. Look at that. We're back. Hey guys, we're back. I'm here with Oleg, or somewhere, or his username Brojo. We're here with him tonight. I'm so excited.
Yeah, hello. I'm excited to be here.
Audio went out. My bad. My bad. But this is a podcast of mistakes, so it fits. Anyway, we're here with him tonight. I'm so honored for you to be here. You're so dope. I listened to you earlier. Some of your stuff, and it was so amazing. So
Oh,
thanks.
thank you.
Bye. All right. Everything good?
Yeah.
Okay. Did I cut out something?
Oh no. I didn't hear you for a second there. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Okay. Back to positives. So I assume that a lot of people have no idea who you are, and I wanted to give this time for you to kind of give a little intro about yourself so that the general can know.
Okay. My name is Brojo or Oleg. I'm a producer. I live in the Bay Area, US, and I guess I produce for other people and myself. I love producing. I don't rap, so I just make instrumentals and send it to people. I play guitar, so I guess that helps me a lot with producing. And I am, yeah, the main thing I'm doing right now is making an album with other people, so like a collaboration album. So I'm aiming, yeah, to do that.
Oh, cool, cool. Well, congrats on playing that album. I cannot wait for it, and that's awesome. That's awesome. That's awesome. You play the guitar, and I wanted to firstly go out with this because you're a producer. In your own words, what type of producer would you describe yourself as?
Again,
What type of producer would you describe yourself as?
so like genre wise, I would be like, I mostly do hip hop, rap, but I also love doing EDM. So I do many genres. Um, and just in general, like I'm like an executive producer, which means that I oversee producing stuff. So I either make stuff myself or get help from other people to make a song.
Oh, cool. So, all right. I respect that. That's cool. I know a lot of hip hop producers, so you're pretty familiar with me. That's pretty familiar. Anyway, going on. What made you want to become a producer anyway?
Yeah, so I started playing guitar at like age of 12, and I didn't write any of my own songs yet. I just performed covers, maybe also did some concerts in the local area. But then I started to wanting to write my own songs, right? So like I listened to the radio and I wanted to like do the same thing that the people were doing or my idols were doing. So I started writing like rock songs on guitar, and that's I guess what I started producing. And I initially made like an album. It was pretty bad. I listened back to it, but I guess it's like wanting to create. I was always creative, either like with music or with other things. I drew a bit. I also do a bit of coding, so I love creating stuff. I was never a really good singer, so all people just like told me to stick to producing, so I did, and it just got more interesting over time as like progressed.
Ah, interesting, interesting. And I can see the no singing part. I see it. But I'm glad that you are developing your production and you're multi-talented. That's the kind of
Thanks.
thing that I admire. Um, anyway, I don't want this to be weird for any of us. So I wanted to go on. Oh God, I am not in the right space. I'm gonna just reload. Anywho, um, overall, as a musician, as a producer, like, how would you describe your music that you make?
So, for my music, I want to always like innovate. So I don't want to do the same thing that other people are doing. So oftentimes, I don't like to describe myself in the genre, but like I guess I'll try to create something that I haven't heard before, or something that I think is missing from the charts or anything like that. Um, so how I would describe myself is like, I guess, yeah, innovative.
Innovative, interesting, interesting. So, you really do you diverse yourself on like different sounds? Like, do you do like different kinds of sounds?
Yeah, like I do a lot of genres, so I oftentimes can't just produce rap for like 2 weeks straight. So I oftentimes switch genres really easily. Um, and because it just gets boring for me, like it's like I learning to make rap beats, right? And then it just gets really boring as I do it over time because I already know how to do it, so I want to do something else to because I love like learning new stuff about production. So right now I'm learning how to produce EDM music a lot because that's like a really big challenge for me. It's really complicated to do that, so and yeah. um
Ah. Oh yeah, yeah. It makes sense why you want to diverse yourself. It makes total sense. If you keep making rap beats forever, it's gonna get boring and then no one's gonna want to listen to it. I totally
yeah.
get it. That's what most producers like. That's most of them. They want to diverse themselves. I've seen producers. I've seen them only do one thing, and now they're played out. No one listens to them anymore. So it makes total sense why you would want to diverse yourself. Which which I get it. I get it. I mean, it's not totally brand new to me. I totally get it. I would if I was producer. Which don't worry, I'm not. I'm not going to be competition or anything.
And I feel like
Mm.
also when you start making new genres, for example, when you made rap for a while, right, and you start going into like R&B, you start learning new stuff that you can apply to the previous genres, which makes you like way better at making that. So oftentimes the amount of growth that I had was often just quitting rap for a bit, doing other genres, and then with that learning experience, I was able to be even better than I was before with making beats.
Yeah, exactly. And I could totally tell that that you're doing that. You're improving, and it makes sense. I mean, that's exactly like what happened here, except it wasn't producing, it was like show wise. I went through exactly the same. I did rap for a while, and then I started to branch out and do other genres. So it makes sense, and honestly, I applaud you for doing that, for diversifying yourself in different kinds of genres. And that's actually very true what you said. It's very true that when you start to learn about new genres and you start to go out there, you learn a little bit more about yourself and you grow more as a musician. I really wish that more people did it though, because it's like a bonus if you could do different genres. It's a big bonus.
Yeah, exactly. And also when you start like working with artists and speak from experience, so like for example, an artist both likes two genres, you can kind of combine them and make it helps you make like custom songs for artists. I found it pretty interesting how I can do that now.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And because you do that, you got better as a musician and you get people like me to listen. So I applaud.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, of course, of course. Anyway, sorry if I'm not in the right place. Just you're a great musician. It's just that it's really hard to have this when you sound like that. I don't know if you've ever gotten like monotone or anything when you talk. I mean, you're amazing, or you wouldn't be here. It's just really hard for me, you know. It's just hard to talk to anyone like this when I don't see any kind of. Oh God, what can I say to be nice? Um, yes.
Like don't get me,
How do
I'm
I
excited to be
personalize
here.
that?
Like I'm sorry if I don't show it, but I'm really excited to like, I don't know, talk about my experience.
Yeah, I can tell. It's just your voice doesn't really. It just sounds like either seriousness, like you're like very serious, or like you don't really care. Not saying you don't. I'm just saying that it sounds like that, which I'm sorry for being rude about it. It's just that's why I'm like a little off. So I just wanted to let you know that I'm gonna be a little off, because this is not usually the guests that I would have, they would have some type of like funny bone in them, like I could joke around with them, or they have like some type of nice present. Well, you have a nice presentable voice too, but like a fun kind of tone with their voice. But yours is just as funny. I just wanted to just let you know. So if I just look or feel awkward or the space feels weird or awkward, at least you'll know why. So
Okay.
we're on the same page.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. Awesome. Okay. Going on. So I want to know from you, how does the whole production thing start? How does the whole thing start? How do you get the whole production started to make hits?
Yeah. So it's often like really hard to like just sit down and make a song. And what I usually do is I listen to like songs that I want my song to sound, or like just like sit down for an hour and just listen to like already made songs, get some inspiration going. Maybe also I love watching tutorials on YouTube on how to make like certain beats, certain sounds. And then what I usually do, I usually just start by just making an interesting sound, like an interesting drum beat, like something innovative that I said, right? Um, so it may be like browsing through my sample packs, maybe grabbing a sound and modifying heavily so it sounds interesting, or just like making like a cool drum beat. And then usually the inspiration starts going and going, and it I guess progresses into the song. So I just keeps adding and adding more layers to the instruments. So I usually when I'm ending a song, I usually have like 100 tracks or so for a beat. And yeah, um just flows naturally for me. Like imagine a sound that I wanted to put. I create that sound and then I put it into the song. That takes a lot of like work to master for me too. So like I can take like an hour on one sound, which is pretty tedious. But it's like I don't usually go and revise beats after heavily. I usually just want to make it in all in one go. So I usually just sit maybe for like 5 hours, and when I finally want to go eat, right? So I close the project, and it's like, do you want to save this file because it's still unsaved?
Oh, okay, interesting, interesting. Not too different from all the other ones I've heard, and trust me, I've heard a lot. I've done a lot of producers. Not too different from the other ones. Obviously, I respect how you're going. And obviously, the method would be working, or you wouldn't be making hits like what you do. So, applaud. For guess that. Going on. Because I already feel weirdness coming back. So trying a little exercise. Maybe this will lighten things up. Everybody that's ever came on here, I always ask this because they have something. I don't tell a lot about me when I invite you, because to be mysterious. Which I do that because just to keep things interesting. I don't do it because I hate you.
Yeah.
Just keep it like professional, like not too much. Anyway, everybody has some type of some. Oh my god, shit! I can't believe I said that. Some type of thing, some type of thing they need to let out that they need to know about me or they're curious about me. So, did you have anything that you were curious to know? And please ask away. I can answer any questions. Any, just ask away.
Yeah. All right. So I remember you told you don't produce music, right? So just make that clear.
Hmm?
You don't produce music, right? How did you get into like the um? What was the reasoning behind making like a music oriented podcast?
Good question. Good question. I love that question. It's one of my favorites. Anywho, last year, in August, it was almost time to go back to school, right? And I got bored, and you wouldn't believe it, but I was like bored, and I was like trying all I could, because I burned myself out in June and July. When you're burned out, it's like I can't really do much. Anyway, what happened was that I got bored, and I literally tried everything. And trust me, when I say everything, I mean everything. Reading, art, creativity, going outside, camps, tutoring, you name it. I tried a lot of things, and of course, I'm exaggerating by everything, but I tried a lot of things, and they just wouldn't make up the time, and I just didn't feel myself. Then, me and my friend were talking, and I mentioned TV show, and he was like, "Dude, that is stupid. You can't make a TV show." And I just thought back, and I was like, that is true. And then he was like, but dude, if you really want to make a TV show, then why don't you make a podcast? And firstly, I was like, I don't know how to, I don't know what is that or how to do it. Like back then, the only time I ever heard of a podcast was like on Pandora or on Spotify. So I didn't quite know what a podcast was. And he was like, it's like a virtual TV show that you put together and it's free and everybody does it now. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna give it a try. And then I made excuse me, I made my first book published on August 29th. After that, I just kept going. I didn't think I was gonna do it after the first episode. I was just gonna put it out just for whatever. And then after that, people wanted to do it, and I got tons and tons more. This year, I moved from just rap to all genres and everybody. So not just rappers, producers, singers, songwriters, music directors, composers, artists. Got everybody. And
Nice.
yep.
Were you always like into music, or like why a music podcast? Why not like a TV show podcast? Like, I don't know, why not like uh, any other podcast? Why music?
Interesting, interesting. I'm glad you asked that. That's a new one. I've always loved music. My parents, they're like musically inclined. My mom and dad, they love singing. My sister plays instruments. I played instruments. I also sing. So that was like kind of like the background. In August, during that time period, I was already into music, so it made sense why I would want to make music because I was already in music. At that time, I was writing music. I used to write music and publish it. Of course, I do it still now, but I was working on a written album. I wrote a lot, just developed time. And I was like joining servers and into meeting musicians and talking with them. And a lot of my friends I met were musicians. So I was like, why don't we just make it like a music one? And just to go along with that, because a lot of my friends they wanted to get the views up, and it just figured that if I made the show, they could improve better as artists and they can have their own time and spotlight for them because they don't get given a lot of spotlights. So, yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's interesting. I like how they mentioned that your parents were musicians, right? Your parents were inclined to do music.
Hmm.
Yeah, so it's kind of same for me. So my dad was not a musician. So none of my parents are musicians. They don't make music, but they love music. My dad got me into my first rock band, so he loves rock. And when I was 6, I remember he used to play the same song in the car, and I would love to hear that song. And that's kind of what inspired me to play guitar, right? And as I said in the beginning, from guitar, it kind of evolved into producing.
Hmm. That's awesome. So your family's like musically inclined too. That's awesome. That's awesome. I got to know a little more about you. That's awesome. Did you have anything? Yeah. Did you have anything else that you were curious to know about me? And it's okay if you want to spout out any like random ones. I've been asked like random ones like what's your favorite thing or whatever. Those are fine too. Those are cute.
Like, do you mostly like rap, or do you like any other genres? Listening, mostly.
I don't record music. I'm a songwriter. I've tried to record music, but I sound really terrible when I try and do it. Songwriting wise, though, I have written rap, R&B, pop music. I also write rap. So I do a lot of different genres of music that I write. I don't want to just stick to one because when you write rap for like a long time, it starts to get boring and you starts to run out of ideas.
Yeah,
And yeah, yeah, you get it.
I get it a lot. Yeah. I I have a folder of so when I first got into rap, I was really bad. So my friend caught my beats like 2012 beats, so they were not like not good at all. So I set out on like a journey to get better, and it's just repetition, right? So I just made a folder of my goal to make 100 beats in like 2 months, and I finished it. I made a lot of I made like 2 beats a day. I started streaming a bit too, but then I kind of stopped. Like at that point, when I made like those 100 beats, when I filled that folder, I got infinitely better, and I was able to then move on to other genres, because then rap just got boring. And you can
Mhm.
see in my progression in my folder, right? So like it starts with like 10 songs of like juice roll type beats, then it switches into like I guess R&B, then it just switches again into like 90s. So I innovated a lot in those 2 months.
Yeah, totally. I totally got you. And it's true. If you do like one thing all the time, you start to run out of ideas. And rapping wise, there's only about a few rappers. You can't do that forever or else you'll lose ideas and you won't grow as a musician. Then now what? You don't have a career, you don't have anything.
Yeah, so what always helped me is just like um making songs with other people. That drives me, like collaboration, right? So I usually just I can't get anyone like overly good, so I usually just browse SoundCloud or browse the Discord and talk to people and just ask to make a song with them. And that's what kind of inspired me to like just not write music for myself but for other people. And they took me a lot of places. So I recently produced a song for a pretty big artist.
Mm, cool, cool.
Uh,
That's awesome.
and if you want, I can play a song and then I can talk about the process of creating it if you would like that.
Yeah, it sounds fun. Let's do it.
All right. So I'll just start playing it, I guess. Yeah, would you just stay? Cause I can't wait. Yeah, would you just stay? The night away, the night away, the night away. I'm fed up, won't be set up. I'ma get up for the better, better. I'm fed up, won't be set up. I'ma get up for the better, yeah. Just stay, 'cause I can't wait. Yeah, would you just stay? The night away, the night away, the night away. It's always the same shit, fuck with my brain, bitch. I feel insane, sick of your fucking game. Set me up when you're down, but when I feel the same, you won't come around. Stay, 'cause I can't wait. Yeah, would you just stay? The night away, the night away, the night away. I'm fed up, won't be set up. I'ma get up for the better, better. So stay the night away, the night away, the night away. It's like paralyzed, tell me what you feel like. Life says alright, I'm just passing by. Don't help myself, I fuck around and go to hell. I don't tell if you don't tell, I just hide in some shell. Hey, 'cause I can't wait. Hey, I was just say, hey, the night away, the night away, the night away. Yeah, won't be set up. I'ma get up for the better, better. I'm fed up, won't be set up. I'ma get up for the better, better.
Mm.
Yeah, so that's kind of like a alt rock slash rap song. You can hear a lot of guitar in it from my roots. So I used to play a lot of rock, and I guess that it inspires me a lot in my current production.
Mm. Yeah, it makes
And
sense. That was like incredible.
yeah, thanks. So basically, do you want me do you want me to talk about the process of creating a song?
Sure.
Yeah, so basically, this started, like I said, with like an inspiration from an artist. The artist called Aries. I'm not sure if you heard about him, but I look at this production. His production is very high level, and try to make a song like him. So I started with some guitar, which was initial inspiration, and I guess the hardest part about the song was finding the artist. So the way I found the guy, his name is Vat, is through SoundCloud, and I have a specific strategy on finding people. So basically, look through the tags. So there's a hidden feature in SoundCloud where you can go into the search bar and type soundcloud.com/tags/ and any keyword you want, and it's gonna show you the recent songs of everyone that uses this keyword. And I found him and I contacted him. The hardest part of working with an artist for me is being ghosted. I talked to like 50 different artists in like the last 2 months, and only nine of them like pulled through when they said they would. So most of them just say they would make a song and then they don't have enough time, and then you message them over and over again, like week after week, and they just don't respond. So that's like I had a really hard time just like staying through that phase of producing. But once you find a right artist, that's when everything just like turns up good. So actually, this artist in particular made the song in just a day. So the whole vocals he wrote and he recorded them in just a day, and he mixed them too. So he just sent me the audio file and I put it in. And then it just was countless of hours of just refining and just listening back to it on many different devices. Like when I go outside and walk, I just listen to it over and over and over again, write out notes and what I want to change and what I want to keep, and send it to like different producers, my friends, getting a lot of feedback. So I guess the process for me creating a song is just like creating a beat first, finding the artist, and then just fine tuning it, just setting it to like as many people as possible, getting feedback, writing it down. I love going on like Twitch streams actually, and just there's a lot of producers streaming them, giving feedback, and that was like one of the most useful feedbacks I ever got for the song.
Hmm. Interesting though to check those guys out. I'm gonna have to check them out. They're going on my list too, and I have a very giant list of people to check out. I cannot believe it. Crazy. Thanks for sharing that with us. I now cannot get that song out of my head for now. Dang it. It's stuck in there. It sucks.
And if you listen to the song, it's like I took a lot of inspiration from EDM, as I talked about. So on the verses there is one bar where white noise plays, which is a common trick in like EDM music, especially like dubstep. They always play just a bit of white noise in the beginning to just impact make the impact. There's also a lot of chops and cuts in between to make it like glitchy. So that's also kind of like dubsteppy inspiration because they also make like a lot of like glitchy sound effects and cuts. Um, from trap music, for trap, not like rap but EDM trap. I learned how to make the bass sound. So it sounds like an 808, but it's actually three different sounds. It's one high sound, so, and then one mid 808, which is so there's, and then there's one sub. And I took different effects on each of them. So a lot of just talk about the technical stuff of producing is just like I can just keep talking and geeking out about it. I'm sorry if it's getting too repetitive, but yeah. And the most also some challenging parts about the song was just finding the right sounds for it. I had to like browse the web for different sample packs. I have like a folder of like 100 gigabytes of just sounds, just like 1 second sounds of just snares and kicks and anything. And it's very hard to like find the right fitted sample, but I found it for this sound.
I can imagine. See how that can be difficult. But all in all, it was
And
really amazing.
yeah, another thing about working with artists is that like a really common challenge I face, and if I can just speak to all the producers out there who are like, I don't know, will listen to this podcast, it's just like to just ask for the isolated vocal files from the beginning, because like some of them just like send you the demo of the beat, so like their part with the beat, and just like don't send anything after, just don't respond, which is really annoying. So if I can get one advice to like anybody who's working with artists, is just to get the isolated vocal files, because I made that mistake a lot of countless of times with
So true,
artists.
so true.
Yeah, so with artists that you that that really want to work in the song, they send me track outs of every single stem they recorded, which can be like 20 tracks. I really appreciate that. And some artists just send them with the beat and just like don't have any more inspiration for the song, so like they don't have any more like drive to like working on the song more.
Oh yeah, yeah, of course. Thanks for the advice, though. They do need to know that in case some shit happens in the future. Just be like, I understand that, I get you. They know.
And like
All cool.
if I can keep talking about it, there's also some times where the artist just like their skill is very good, but the mic quality is like it's just not up to par with all the other people. So like it's just really hard telling them that they can't be on the song anymore. And I still like trying to like find a way to tell them that like I'm trying to tell them how like how they can't be on the song anymore. And it's really hard like for them to like, I don't know, yeah, because I know they worked hard on the song, and just like telling them off is just really painful.
Yeah, I
But I
can
guess
imagine.
it's part of like it's part of producing, I guess.
Don't have to guess anything. It is part of producing. It's part of like any kind of art is when you gotta face facts and know that that doesn't fit. Like it makes sense. Like for me, I have to draw people because of their time or because of who they are as people. I mean, it's sad, but that's like part of life. Is you gotta face facts and know that that's not for you. It's not fitting. That's not correct. Like I can't use it. There's no
Yeah.
guessing. Like it's fine. Like it's not just part of not just part of producing is part of life. So
And the thing is, like, if someone tells it to me, I'll clearly understand it, because I was feeling it too. And like I just wish that more people would understand that not to take it like that, like just saying you're trash, you're bad. It's not about that. It's about like maybe sometimes it's about that, but it's like most of the time it's just about like their mic quality, or like just them not being up to par with the album. So it's like
mhm.
I still have to deal with that a lot.
Yeah, and it's okay to tell them feedback. The people that are like that, they're the ones that are like they're the ones that can't take feedback. So if those come up, like just forget them. Like just forget them. Like they're not worth the time.
Yeah,
I've met people like that where one little piece of feedback and they go crazy. Just because I said that your mic quality is not good. Like I've gotten like lots of feedback, but I'm not gonna go crazy and hate you forever. Like if you told me that the show sucks or something, I'm not gonna go crazy and quit. Like everybody's gotta like dish out feedback and everybody's gotta like take feedback. So those people you're referring to are people that cannot take feedback and those are the people that grow up as failures.
exactly. Like the most honest feedback is like the best feedback for me.
Yes, honestly. And you need to hear honesty anyway, because the feedback's not gonna hurt as much as it will when you really showcase your talent and people don't like it. You gotta kind of wish you had feedback.
Yeah.
You'd be begging and wishing you got feedback. And now it's gonna hurt a lot more when people hate you forever.
And like I had this thought once where I reject an artist and then they grow up to be like really big, and they just remember that time there I just rejected them, and just I don't know, it feels like I have that thought sometimes where like or like the fear of like when people that I don't take somebody in the album, and then in the future they grow up big and then I don't have a chance to work with them again.
Yeah, yeah, you do. And that's another thing. Like, you don't take feedback from an artist, and then you try and see if they forgot about it for a few months. Then you lost your chance of ever working with that artist again. I've seen it happen. My friend was exactly the same. He wanted to go back and work with his producer, and he came back. He came back and told me like, "Oh, guess what? Like he said that he didn't want it," and I was like, "Cause you couldn't take the feedback, and now he hates you
Yeah.
forever." That's the kind of stuff that messes up people. Is that?
And yeah, I also have an interesting story about an artist too. So basically maybe like 5 months ago, I was just starting out and producing it. I took this like I guess job, but it wasn't like not paid job of like mixing a song for a guy. And yeah, I did a really bad job, and he just like told me off. But then 5 months later, I came back to him. I sent him a song, and he actually got on, and it turned out to be like one of the best songs I ever made.
Right,
So
right.
I found that experience pretty nice. Um, yeah.
Yeah, that feels nice too. That feels nice. Is a moment. It also think it's a learning opportunity too, so that kind of like shines out the niceness. So yay. This so far is getting a lot better now.
You have any more questions for me?
Um, uh, um, sorry. I did. It's just I'm feeling different again. Actually, I want to know. This. Who was your inspiration into becoming a producer anyway?
That's a good question. So in the beginning, like first my inspiration started to play guitar as a member of a rock band from the Red Hot Chili Peppers called John Frusciante. I really looked up to him, and one of the big turning points in my producing career is when saw a concert by them, and like I went home and just started like writing songs every single day. But then I kind of stopped, and I turned maybe like 2 months later to Ed Sheeran, and I saw this one interview of him where it said he was homeless for like a year, and he just wrote songs like every single night, every single day, just a song a day. And he said that if you write one song a day, you'll just keep getting better and better and better. And that was at a time when I was still singing a bit, and I wanted to like I started a journal every single like night at like 9 p.m. When my friends were calling me on my phone and telling me to talk, I kept saying no, and I just wrote a song. It would have been like, it can be really bad, it can be really good, but the main thing is you just write a song and just get out of your system. Because like an interesting symbol I found in one of the interviews of Ed Sheeran is that he said that is producing is like a tap. So when you open it, like dirty water starts flowing, and then it gets cleaner and cleaner. So that's how kind of producing is. Maybe some like dirty water still is going with the clean water, but it's mostly clean. So that's how I feel right now. It's like you just get, with every single song you write, it can be bad, it can be good. It has to just get it out of your system so you can improve later on. And after like having that experience, I started also writing my first album, which was really bad. It was like a singer-songwriter album, and I used to just set the mic in front of me on my bed, play some guitar, and just sing to it. So I just started recording all my songs, and then as I started getting more and more into songwriting, I started getting more and more into producing because I wanted to do stuff that's not just about guitar, but all other instruments. And that's when I started healing like um, other like producers. Like I started getting in more into hip hop, and I saw people doing some crazy stuff I never saw before, maybe in FL Studio or something, and I want to do that too. So it's like I talked about this already. I had to drive to to make some stuff I didn't know before, and I started downloading a lot of samples, a lot of like software to just bump up my production, and then it just started kind of going. And but then it's like a it's kind of like a wave. So producing for me, like I have high um, it's like one day I'm really good and another day I'm really bad, and you have to just live through those really bad days to get good again. So there's never really like a straight line. You just keep doing better and better. It's kind of like a wave. So just doing worse, doing better, learning from the worst, and just applying it to like future concepts, like to yeah. And I kind of stopped with the singer songwriter stuff and started going more into hip hop, and that's where I just started going off and producing. And one of the most useful things I learned is just to learn my DAW, my music making software properly, so I can do anything I want without just having to look up on a YouTube how to do it. So I can just like um, get all my ideas from my head into my software.
Right,
And
right.
right now the artists that inspire me are kind of like I talked about Aries. There's also an EDM artist called Bad Computer. I don't know if you heard about him, but he inspires me a lot too with his production. He is like kind of like house oriented house music, maybe electro, and his production is just crazy. His mixing is insane, which is something I'm working on right now too. I'm working on like learning how to mix, which is really hard for me too. And I guess Nick Mira was an inspiration too. That was when I was making my 100 beats folder in the beginning. I used to in my bed just watching Nick Mira streams making beats for 2 hours. So if you know Nick Mira, right? Do you know who Nick Mira is?
Sort of, yeah.
Yeah. So he makes beats for Juice World and like for Internet Money, and that was the big inspiration, and that was like a turning point when I started learning how he does it, and I started applying it to my own concepts.
Oh,
The
cool,
videos on
cool.
Genius, there's a series called Deconstructed, and that was really helpful for me. It was just a bunch of good producers with like chart topping songs just explaining how they do their songs, and I just kept.
Oh, cool.
You can hear me?
Cool, cool, cool.
Yeah, so I kept learning from them.
That's good. That's awesome. I respect that. That's awesome. I love that you have a lot of inspiration for your music. I mean, inspiration is
Yeah,
probably one of the best things
inspiration
if you
is
could
one
have
of the
someone to look up to and
most important things in
that kind
producing.
of
Yeah.
things. I like in anything really. Yeah. Do you got any new projects? What can the fans look forward to for from you in the future?
So as I said, I'm making an album. So basically, it's a collaboration album. I get a lot of people from SoundCloud and from Discord to just make songs with artists. I had to filter through a lot of them, but right now I have about 8. So in about maybe a month or two, it will come out. And that was kind of inspired by DJ Khaled or Khaled. I'm not sure how to pronounce his name. He also did like he is an executive producer. He makes songs with like big artists. And that was the big inspiration for me. Another one is also Patrick CC. He's a YouTuber, and he recently also released an album, like exactly the same thing that I'm doing right now, just finding artists and getting them on beats that I made. And I guess yeah, that's what I will be working on and releasing in the future.
Yay, I'm so excited, so excited. So excited. And a collaborative album is a great idea. A lot of producers have done that. A lot of them have done it, and it's been very successful. So it's a great idea.
Yeah. Um.
It's awesome. Love it. Anywho, this is the highlight of the night, but everybody, it's time for a little producer to do a showcase. Usually producers get an exemption, but he wanted to really come out. So go ahead and share your little showcase with us.
All right. So I'll be sharing a song called "Thousand Poems." It's I like a 90s boom bap type beat, and it has an artist on it. And yeah, I'm just gonna start playing it. Right.
Yo, keeping alive when I write till the paper rips discreet within time. Penalized on my favorite flips, believe in my mind. Repeating signs of an angel tip, which means when I die, I'm free for lines, greedy eyes in Satan's grip. Damn in action, catching ransom with rhymes, capping answers, damage matters with lives, battling matters, rapping stash of always survives. I'm manufactures the last and back is what you want me to rise. Naturistic flows permeate through the solar system. In case you missed the fold, turn the gate and witness all the prism stones of vision, mortalist and gordy wisdom, border rich, border giving, border living, home beginnings. My printed land on the mountain of truth is called the yin and yang. From the fountain of youth beholds the sin of man, within the boundless of whom is told the given hand receives the countless view of thought, interpreting perceptions through corrupted visions, burning faith and the lessons towards something bigger. Turning face with the blessings of love and the fear of bursting with hate and testing the above and nothing to be cleared. Yo. Yo, rhythms of rhymes inscribed on an emerald tablet, been in my mind to find the devil's laughter, giving me lies and lies. Decide a level after chill with the nine, still is wise for better answers. Picking that fool's gold and fake silver, stripping up new toes for snake slithers. Sticking with few bones, cause the bass shivers. Lifting what you know to the great sisters. Whenever I speak, there's 1,000 poems behind it, pretending I'm weak. So y'all can doubt the poems, resigning, forgetting the peace. Nigga, I found the potion to widen the legends you see. They're bound to open up surroundings. Recovering from ascension and spirit. I'm still loving the presence, no limits. Still above my levels of river. Remember my lipping, never regretting better. And my livelihood to spitting better. Come 7 make it sick, I'm quitting.
Wow.
Yeah. So
Amazing.
thanks. Yeah. So that was a song I produced about 2 months ago, and that's gonna be on the album as well.
Nice, nice. Wow. If your album's anything like that, I mean, it is gonna be really insane.
Yeah. Thanks. So in my album I try to like also, like I said, just use have a lot of other genres. So the song that you heard previously as well, the one with the rock inspiration, is also on the album. So I try to have like a lot of different genres on it.
Oh, cool. Well, I cannot wait for your new projects. Also, I wanted to thank you so much for taking your time off your day to do this. I really do appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for joining
An
again.
honor to get to meet you. And sorry if this has not been the typical me. I would usually be like up and happy, which I am. I am. But I hope this has been great for you.
Yeah, thanks. I love like
So,
presenting my work and telling you about my process. Yeah, thanks.
yeah, of course. Of course. Is there anything that I have to leave out? Which I'll check again if there's any that I have to leave out. I have done this before. I've actually have done it. No, I got everything. Yeah, thank you so much. I'll check out Oleg social media pages and his music. Show him some love and check it out. He's really a dope producer, so if you guys are looking for any production, he might be a very good one to hit up. So,
Yeah, thanks.
and just a pro tip: make sure to have money aside. At least have $100 aside. Please do. Yay! I got a laugh out of you. Yay!
Yeah.
Yes, I'm victorious. Yes. Anyway, y'all make sure to check out his music. As always, y'all check out our social media. The best one is Instagram. So y'all make sure to check us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram are the best ones. As always, I hope you guys have a great night or day. I'm still hating time zones as it is. I hate them. But anywho, show some guy love and check out his music. He's dope. He's amazing. You guys saw his little showcase, so go check it out, or else you guys are lame. Anywho, I know this has not been the typical one, but I hope this still suits. This is one for the books. See you guys on the next one.